Hey everyone, this is the Daily Collective reading for Monday, January 7th, 2019. I really hope that everyone's having an amazing start to New Year's. It's been a full weekend at this point. Well, I'm recording this on the 6th, but we're counting it. So anyway, I want to see where the week is going to take us. Everyone's been really amazing in their New Year's resolution. We're all hitting the ground running, and I'm really proud of everyone. The collective. All right, this is, first off, if you're new, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. This is collective, so if something resonates, that is awesome. Let me know in the comments, reach out, personal message, all social platforms. If something does not resonate, hey Debbie, you can either let it fall away, ask for clarification, or book your own personal reading. Everything is welcome and acceptable. Chelsea, I feel hurt, confused, and alone that you missed my live. Like, hey Andres. All right, you guys. So if you are new to the channel, you don't know that at the end I'm going to hiccup like I just did. But also, I'm gonna pull a few cards, do a few personal projections, and we'll see how the week is gonna go. Well, actually, tomorrow's gonna go. After this, I'm going on live again to do the week projection. So we're gonna go. Hey, Matthew, you are not new. You're not new. Hey Danny. Guys, again, there's gonna be three things going on. Your reading, my interactions with you, and whatever is happening in the comments, because it's gonna be its own little world. It's gonna be fun. So I'm starting this reading off with Wisdom of the Oracle from ErinLyn.Reads. You are such a cheeseball, Matthew. All right, we have Deep Knowing, not meant for you. I'm glad that you have a crystal clear connection, Danny. And when you know, I'm doing crystal bundles. There's a bundle right by the recorder right now. Serendipity, Yin. Okay, really solid beginning, but we are bringing into the next chapter. A lot of them are holding us down and away from our true paths. And so what is going on right now? You need to step away from these connections, and you know that you need to step away from these connections. It could be romantic, it can be family, it could be friends, but whatever it is, it's holding you back from your true potential, allowing something better to come in that is a lot better suited for you. Again, this can be any sort of relationship. It could be family, friends, lovers, what have you. But the key point is you only have so much room in your life, so you genuinely do have to make space for it. So you know these connections that you have to let go of. You know that it's not something that is completely meant for you. It's just this idea in your head. It's this character that has been created by one or both parties. But you can't live up to those characters anymore. So let go, and something amazing has the opportunity to take its place that's going to crack your heart and your mind wide open. I mean that in the very philosophical sense, not physical, because that would be not a good thing. That would probably be your downfall. Hey Renee. Guys, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. Renee, I have a feeling that you're in Vegas. Guys, I'm in Vegas. All right, so we're gonna see where we're going next. Again, if something in this reading doesn't quite click into place, feel free to ask for clarification, or you can let it fall away, because not everything is meant for you. That is something that you need to be aware of. If something like clings, if there's like that hinge, that little then yeah, kind of go for it. Like I said, you guys, if you're watching the comments right now, it's its own little world. Have fun with it. It's a 3-for-1. You're welcome. All right. You saw me standing alone. Why do I have blue moon? Oh, because it's a new moon. All right. Not that I use astrology as a crutch, but what are some of your new moon intentions? All right. Actually, I don't want to use this deck. I want to use Butterfly Oracle cards. That has been something that I did the live reading with Zen Rose Garden. I do the angel card pulls Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that was this huge thing in tonight's reading for the collective. Like I do individual polls, but so many of the polls were involving everyone just going through this dramatic change, and it was like after this hardship they're coming out of it, and it's just get ready because your emergence is coming through. Oh God, you guys are, all right, you guys in the comments are on a roll. I'm not even gonna bother trying to read that right now. All right, so what is the metamorphosis that the collective is working with right now? What are we going through? Adult children, that can mean a few things. We're gonna draw more on it. Not more on, more on it. All right, keep the faith. Healthcare change. Ah. All right. Okay, so with the collective, some people, this is going to be a few storylines. So I'm going to speak to a few because I'm being pulled to right now. It's not always the case. Some of you are dealing with some pretty big babies, you know, people who are these emotional drains and who are holding you down, wanting the entire world to be that entity. And it creates this really huge dramatic effect that you are learning to step away from. Have faith that this is coming to an end. I don't know what the shades are about. They're called okay, yeah, awesome, Danny. So keep the faith that this is going to be playing out just as it should be, even if it looks messy right now. Things are actually falling into place. That is important that you know that. There has been some health scares that have been going on amongst the collective, and that's been like snapping them out of their funk. And this can be, you know, whatever kind of scare on any scale, but I feel like there's been like a dramatic health scare with some of the collective right now where it was like, okay, it was a hurry up and wait, and now I got the clear go ahead, you know, I'm gonna be okay, everything's okay, but guess what? Now that I had this happen, I can't unhave this experience happen because it was like a part of you died off. And now you are truly stepping into this new faith, this new path. Awesome, Matthew. That's a mirroring number. So there's a lot of mirroring going on with these relationships, whether it's romantic or just these soul-bound relationships. So you're going to start seeing synchronistic numbers like that line up, and it's actually really cool. All right, so what was the end result of some of these health scares? Like I was telling you, you know, it really slapped you out of that funk that you were in. Okay, I can't unexperience this, and what do I want with my time? Because I only have so much time on this planet. What do I want to do? I can't get these moments back. Sorry, so you are seeing what it is that is truly making you become this beautiful unfolding, like it's almost like a lotus flower. You are just completely opening up, and it is this really huge spiritual awakening. It is like you got a second chance at life, and that is amazing. Hot Tub Time Machine, oh my God, I saw that movie, I think like eight or 9 years ago with my ex-husband, but is actually this really weird, but really, actually, I remember liking it. I don't know if I like it now, but I remember liking it. So yeah, a lot of spiritual growth happening that was sprung on from health care changes or health concerns, or even bringing up your personal vibration through diet and exercise. But someone had to be snapped out of being that adult child. But also this can speak to, this is another storyline here. So take what resonates, let the rest fall away, because something that is meant for you is not meant for someone else. You have a very specific storyline. So whether or not something resonates, feel free to book your own personal reading. All that's in the description. I do readings with Zen Rose Garden, and I absolutely love that healing center. Yeah, it's like this spiritual a la carte, and it's online. You can go to the store. Check out the description. You got to see it for yourself. So keep the faith. You're gonna live. You're gonna be okay. Breathe. It's gonna be wonderful. It is okay to get back that childlike innocence in life, and it is okay not to put yourself into such a mindset where it's like you are on a daily basis dying. This is again snapping you out of a funk, and it's been this this roller coaster. And I get that some people, and I am today it was difficult getting out of bed. I was so tired and drained. But you know, these are circumstances that weigh on you, and it actually starts to physically manifest. So really take life really lightheartedly if you can. This is again about knowing that you came here, that you weren't going to get, that you don't get out of life alive, so you might as well live it to the fullest. But what does the fullest mean for you? Honor every single moment. Honor everything that makes you expand in mind, body, and spirit as a person. And you have to, again, do it unapologetically, because you cannot be a character for someone else. And again, I'm not accusing anyone of doing this, but I feel like I am... I feel like this is the reinforcement that some people need. So I hope that that made sense. Something about giving birth. I don't know, I've had 2 children, and they were both 10 pounds, and I can safely say that childbirth is not easy. In fact, it's kind of difficult. All right, where are we going to next? Oh yeah, so in case you didn't know, I have 2 children and an ex-husband. You know, we're all at different places in our lives, and there's so many storylines to go about. Let's see. This is messages from your angels. Let's see what this wants to tell us. Story time. No, actually, I don't hate my ex, you know, just sometimes you work better apart, and I sincerely hope that he finds someone who makes him happy, or at least, you know, he's happy in himself and someone can mirror that for him. I genuinely hope that. So if my ex is watching, I hope you know that now. But, you know, again, you can't be in love with another person if you are not completely in love with yourself, because I feel like it becomes kind of like a project then. You don't need that validation from anyone else. Hey, Queen Bee. You're a gem. Okay, one more card from here, and then I'm going to read. There's a lot of messages coming through. The last week in December, it was these really heavy and dramatic ones. Now I feel it's like these really uplifting ones. So I'm actually... you want a love reading. Well, I'm only going to give a few personal projections at the end. It'll still be first come, first serve. But also, you can still find me on social platforms and book your own personal reading, so hang out to the end. All right. God, a lot of heavy, well, not heavy, but a lot of messages coming through. We have, keeping charge ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Hey, all 10 of you, say hello. My name is Erin. I've been a reader for 20 years, and I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. I hope I said that right. You have to kind of say it with like a Boston accent. I've been schooled. My friend David, if I didn't say it right, he would probably kick in the door and be like, say it right. All right, so make your decisions. Ask yourself which way brings you closer to your divine purpose. All right, so think of it this way. Hi. All right. What makes you expand as a person? What makes you grow as a person in a positive light? What makes you thrive? And what makes you go into constriction? Nevada. Nevada? I think you're messing with me, Renee. All right, so what makes you expand as a person? And what makes, oh God, he looked majestic in that boa. And what makes you go into constriction and start to go in a box? You don't have to go in the box. There's nothing in the box that you haven't seen already. You have outgrown it. That is not your home anymore. So the timing is right for you for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So, no. All right, guys, read the comments as I'm telling you this. David does not block the runway. David comes with his own runway. He will create a runway wherever he goes. He is that majestic and fabulous. I love that man. So, okay, this is all about divine timing. I know that you're hesitant about making this move because it could end up disastrous. Yes, new adventures. When the opportunity arises, say yes. Don't overthink it. Do what makes you expand as a person. Again, you do not want to become stagnant. It's just going to make it unbearable for you. You are here for expansion. So schooling, study, education, this is going to be a process for you. Don't think that you're going to have all the answers in one sitting. Don't think that you're going to be a veteran walking in. No, you may find your niche. You may find your pathway through this, but again, this is still going to be a learning process because it is going to be new. It is going to, you're going to learn what unconditional is. Oh my God, Matthew. It is a good time to give birth to new ideas. So really work on creating that mindset. Live in that mindset of what you have already gotten as if it is yours already. I know that sounds trite and contrived and all those things, but it really is true. You are manifesting your life every moment to moment. So it is in a constant state of renewal. And as you live in that constant state of renewal, you constantly become closer to what it is that you want. Live in the idea that it is on its way to you, and not just from afar, that it is already in movement as you are making movement towards it. This is a really high time for making these things happen, for divine timing, intervention, all these things. Listen to what is happening in the environment, what doors and what windows are all opening for you, and what is being closed, because those are things that are not serving you. And again, you were once this infantile child, and what served you at the time was crying in various ways to get the things that you needed. And as you learn to communicate, as you learn how to use your words and how to crawl on the floor slowly and surely, you grew into this amazing being who has every way of communicating itself. So if you haven't developed the words yet, if you haven't developed the motion, know that you are still in the process of making those ways, but it is actually in fruition right now, and it is worthy of it. You don't have to get it right at the first instant. It is perfect for you. So you are a spiritual teacher, and as you are going through this, all those bumps and bruises and ways of perseverance are going to be a beacon of light for others. Not to follow exactly, because they do have a different path than you, but it is going to give the idea and the instance that if this person can do it, not that you were a cautionary tale, I'm not saying that, but if you can do it, then someone else can do it, because you are showing that strength, you are showing that forward momentum. You are being brave. Bravery is huge in this. So, Marlena, you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. It is okay not to know something. It is okay not to know. Take it moment by moment. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities. If you can, pay attention to your dreams. See what is around you that is embracing this and doesn't click into place. Don't think that you are overly sensitive about it. Don't think that you are just expecting anything to have like this fallback. It is something for you to investigate, because you need to have that put in place. You don't need any leaks in that boat, and I really hope that that made sense. So, where are we going next? We're not going to romance yet. I want to look at archetypes. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Well, if there is a leaky boat, you know, there's always duct tape. Or Douglas Adams, you know, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't go anywhere without a towel. Like, I have towels in the house. That is how dedicated I am to it. Not trying to brag, not trying to make you jealous, but it's a thing. Oh God, yeah. The furthest I ever been north was, well, I grew up, well, I lived in Vermont, the northern part, until I was almost 18. And the most north I've ever been was Montreal and Quebec. But that was like when you could cross the border really easy. I love Montreal, I love Quebec, I love Canada. I wish I could, you know, live there, but, you know, it's not where the path is leading, but I am definitely going to be vacationing there. Your puke bucket. Oh my God, Danny. You know, I'm comfortable enough to, you know, have the periodical drink. So New Year's, I was at my friend's house in Las Vegas, and I'm having this amazing champagne. I had like 4 glasses, and I knew I was going to barely make it to bed. Like, I just had to lay down. And so I put a towel by my head, you know, self-care. But that was actually so much fun. I love the people I was hanging out with. Not gonna name drop, but I love them. They're good people. Hey, Juliet. Okay, what archetypes are we working with as a collective, and what do we need to be mindful of? Not that I'm accusing anyone, but what do we need to be mindful of moving forward? So let's see what's up. We have, don't get hooked on the names because they have funky titles. We have victim, servant, child orphan, and gambler. Again, don't get hooked on the names. These are just blanket titles. What is underneath is the substance. So prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. It's really a strong sense of boundaries and where your energies are and what is yours to own and navigate in your own personhood and what is someone else's impression on you. This is what you're differentiating right now, and it is going to lead you to not be taken advantage of and asserting yourself, which is really respectable, and it doesn't have to be something that is offensive. That is the biggest thing. So in a lot of cases, it is not overextending yourself, giving from a pure heart because it's what is in you, and that you don't have to worry about what is leaving your life because it was going to leave anyways. There was no attachment to it. It was a sense of false attachment, and that's perfectly fine. It doesn't lead to you being abandoned. That is something that we're really getting away from in the collective, and I'm really happy about that. We don't need to be afraid that we're going to be mentally, mind, body, and spirit alone. You're never alone. You see this as, you know, a huge opportunity for taking off the greatness, taking off the cap to your greatness, where others would see risk and, oh my God, how can they do this? How, you know, it seems like everyone's having a tower moment. But this is the fast movement for you. This is the upheaval. This is everything going up in the air and letting everything settle where it's meant to go. It really is the best medicine. It really all stems from the mindset. Yeah, that's wonderful, Matthew. So, okay, in this, I'm not accusing anyone. This is, again, something to be mindful of. So, the shadow attributes of these are playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity and ability to maintain personal boundaries, and using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life, feelings of abandonment that stifled maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. All right, relying on luck rather than hard work. Like you know, the awesome saying from The Shining. I love Stephen King. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Yeah. All right, so in the same breath, this is not going to involve you just sitting on your keister and waiting for everything to come to you. You are a human being. You have movement to do. You have to go and be. You have to find out what it is to be for you. So the positive reinforcement does not equate to everyone saying, oh, you poor thing, let me rescue you. Again, I'm not accusing anyone of doing this. This is not the fault wounded animal. Your antlers, God, Chelsea, you are so majestic. You know, I kind of want to mount you on the wall. Still living. I would never, you know, do any of that. I'm just saying you need to be displayed, woman. So don't make excuses. This is a time where excuses are just done and you are truly stepping into the responsibility of your own life. So again, I hope that made sense. You guys, I'm going to pull some love cards and then we're going to do a few personal projections. All right, Matthew, don't go there. You know, when I was younger, this was well before I was vegan, you know, because I was younger. No. Let's see. Get into reading, Stephen. He is, you can really see the creativity of his mind. His stuff is, it's intense. Oh my God. All right. If you're not reading the comments right now, read it. Because Argon Cowboy just said something totally out of place. Okay, I'm going to speak to single and looking, knowing that you don't need someone to fill your cup. And reconciliations, I'm seeing that a lot with the collective. Oh God, Chelsea, don't. And we're going to talk to already established partnerships. So let's see what is up. Okay. Okay, single and looking, you've been in separation for a while, but it's because you are not settling anymore. You know your worth, and you're not taking discounts. No, this is not a bargaining for you. When it comes to relationships, obviously there is always some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a C, and compromise. There is compromise, but not to the point where you are no longer your person. You are still very much your person. It is an opportunity for growth. So again, if you are single and looking, then you've been separated for a while. You have been not waiting, but you have been loving yourself, actualizing yourself, and knowing that something is going to come in that is worthwhile. And it's all about divine timing through the spiritual awakening. And so just again, keep focusing on your careers and the things that make you happy, because that is where you're going to come across the companion who is going to have the ability to go the distance. It is them doing the same work as yourself. And if this is talking to reconciliation, then you weren't anything that they were looking for in the beginning. Like, you were not what they had in mind. You broke all the molds. You broke open. So that, in that sense of unconditional, freaks them out. And it has them retract. And they go into the safety box, lie to themselves as long as they want, but they are emerging, going through a spiritual awakening, and they can try and put it on, redirect their focuses on work, but the heart wants what it wants, and it goes through an awakening, and it goes through vulnerability, which is what you're seeing in reconciliations right now. So be patient, because what you're going to hear is not what you're going to want to hear, but you're going to need to hear it, and it's going to allow for either closure or for reconciliation. So if this is talking about already established partnerships, then you guys have been so intensely merged for so long that there's like no sense of boundaries. So you have to actually put those in so you can work on yourself without having the other person be so into that energy field where you don't know what or why you're doing anything anymore. So this is going to allow for this mind expansion, and this is going to allow for more direct focus on how to, I want to say treat yourself, but like treat yourself. But that is what is coming in right now. You need to actually treat yourself and put yourself on a pedestal. Go spend a little bit on yourself, whether it's spending time or money or resources, but go and have that sense of self. So I hope that made sense. So I'm going to call the reading at 27:55, and I'm going to do a few personal projections. It'll be first come, first serve, and we'll see where this goes for a few minutes, and then I'm going to sit down to do the week projection. So, ready, set, go. All right, Chelsea, you got it first, and for you, I'm going to pull... Okay, all right, I see all the me's coming up. All right, I feel like I'm in chorus again. Oh God, I wonder what happened to Mr. Tavon. He was like one of my favorite teachers. All right, schooling, study, education. Are you thinking about taking a class? Right now you are so high, you want to kick it up a notch. You want to see how far you can go with this. This is for Chelsea. This is for Chelsea. So with what you want right now, you want to isolate more time to perfect either your craft or start something new, whether it is taking care of your body or starting a class that allows you to really just focus on yourself. I feel like this is a wonderful, a very wonderful self-ish time. I hope that made sense, and you're actually going to be doing it. This is going to make you, it's going to make you more in the zone, more in flow state. There you go. Hey, Cassandra. All right, so then there's Danny, and then Matthew, and then Juliet. Oh, well, yeah, well, that's awesome. All right, message for Danny. All right, just keep, hang on 1 second, Queen Bee. There is like 3 people ahead of you. And I don't want to lose track of all of the names, so it's going to be a thing. Just hang tight. It's going to be fun. Danny. everything is geared towards what you are, I know for a fact, what you are enduring tonight. Your energy is going to benefit for you getting an endorphin rush. I don't know what your ability is to go get some sweat on, but you're being urged to elevate your vibration through physical work, and that this is guided. You can leave wherever you are right now. That is completely protected over. That is all working itself divinely out, and this is someone being taken care of as if they are a baby. But you need to go practice your self-care because you are neglecting yourself right now. And the only way you're going to feel better about the situation is if you go and get out of your own head. You're welcome, Chelsea. I love you. Whatever works for you, bro. So I hope that that made sense. All right, Matthew, for you, you want to know what? That's a pretty good price, Danny. I have to say that's a fair price. Yeah, hang on one second. All right, so Matthew, unless you have a specific deck in mind, I'm being pulled to Wisdom of the Oracle. Oh my God. You guys are awful. I mean that in the best way possible, of course. So if you are just chiming in, say hello and let me know where you are in the world. One more card in here for you. I know it. Oh, shit. Sorry, excuse my language. No, don't, no, Renee, no. No more cowbell. All right. All right, Matthew, you got happy, happy, to be fair, soulmate in reverse, never-ending story. So what is going on right now? You are unlocking the keys to where the true happiness from you, internal you, lays, and that is completely unexternal. No one can impression these images or or evoke these emotions. Everything stems from the core that you are working on right now. So there has to be fair acknowledgement of what is happening on the inner world and how much of that is your responsibility and how much of that is external responsibility, and a heart being broken wide open to see the depths of unconditional love right now. So I know that it seems like time is running out and that it's all about yeses and nos, maybes and don'ts, love, and what it is to be you. But time is not running out. Life is mirroring what is going on with you. So what needs to happen is you need to allow yourself to see the growth that you have been going through and how you are on a different level now. You're not in the same place by any means. This is saying that you have gone through a huge awakening and you need to see things from a new perspective. And this is going to allow you to get to that place where everything stems from the core. Hi, Emily. All right, so I hope that that made sense. Guys, again, if any of the cards that I pull for you tonight in your personal read don't, click into place, you can let me know, ask for clarification, and you can reach out in personal message. You can book your own personal reading. All that's in the description. Say hi. Let me know what's up. All right, so after Matthew, I think it was Juliet. So Juliet, you wanted a love card. I know that much. Let's see what love wants to tell you. The one who makes you feel like you're at home again. The one who seems familiar from the get-go, not the one who is putting so much superficial pressure on you. So I hope that that made sense. There's one more in here. What's this one? Be very clear on which one you're calling in. Again, just because something is exciting doesn't mean that it's meant for you. It teaches you something about yourself. And it could be a flame that goes right out. Wait for the embers. Those are usually the hottest. So, It is scary. You want to, love is scary. Either you're going to break up or you're going to come together. My Una says Mark. I think Mark. I think Mark. That's actually the first name that came to mind. So the best thing about relationships is that it can go one of two ways. And even if something's always that opportunity of reconciliation, but it's always yes or no. You're either a hell yes or a hell no. There is no gray area. It is not an option. That is completely unfair to either party. Everyone deserves the absolute best for them, that is going to love and embrace them unconditionally. This is a constant learning process and renegotiation of contracts. But again, that's why I love love. You've never done this. All right. For you, unless you have a specific deck you want me to use from the cards that I pulled tonight, I'm getting Wisdom of the Oracle. So if something resonates, Emily, that is awesome. Please let me know in the comments. All right, so Queen Bean, you are next after Emily. I hope that made sense, Julia, and really, you know, love with all your heart. All right, so this is for Emily. Come on, okay, fine, both of you. Ah, geez, you are in the middle of transition right now. You have to be completely black and white while you're in this gray area, and that's the area between point A and point B. You have recently made a very difficult but conscious decision to walk away from all the people who knew you of your formative years, all the people who had this like almost party girl idea of you. Like you were the excitement, but you are ready for the new phase of your life. You are ready to identify as something that is more calm and true to you, more flowing, everything that flows from you through you. So what you are stepping in right now is you are stepping back to see what is acceptance and what does that look like for you? What is part of that? Who sees you and accepts that new part of you? Hey, Nina. So you are at the fork in the road. You have made your choice. You just have to choose directions. And I feel like you are going for not what is easy, but what is wise. And that is usually the most difficult decision. It is not easy at all, but it is going to lead you to a brighter path. And it is going to lead you to one where you are never going to want to look back because, for one, all that's behind you is road that you've already traveled. And you have left behind what is not meant for you. It was not easy. I'm sure that you've cried over it, but this was the best decision you could have made for yourself. So see who love and accepts this new path of yours, and they can come into the next chapter. And you want to know what? People who you've separated from, they get to have that reflection, and maybe they can meet up with you further down the road, but this is your time. Renee, I will get you right now. Well, Queen Bean, then Renee. Okay. Queen Bean, then Renee. All right, Queen Bean. All right, I want this one for you. God, you're putting out all the moves, aren't you? I'm glad that made sense to you. Really, that's awesome. I'm glad that I could be your first reader. Let's see, you wanted love, so you're putting on the seduction. You are going to... Okay, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but do you know, okay, it's funny, but this is kind of animated like what you're doing. Remember when Jim Carrey's at the bar in Dumb and Dumber, he's sticking his butt out? You're just like, how's it going? Ciao, oh, are you out? Renee, aw, damn it. Am I putting out, just being positive? I think you're gonna have some booty. You're putting on the seduction moves, to say the least, Queen Bean. You are not, ooh, okay, so this, the reason behind this is because you want something new. You are, you've tried the tried and true, and it's all been superficial in the past, and you are ready for something that is unique. You're ready to try something new, ready to embrace new people and new situations, because maybe this is going to be something that is going to be more than something that you like. Maybe you're going to find something that you truly love. So you are putting yourself out there in new situations which you wouldn't have been found before, whether it was in that mindset, either beneath you or too nerdy for you. I feel like you're going for someone, I feel like you are looking for more of an intellectual coming in. Thank you, Matthew. So in the past, those shallow endeavors left you high and dry. You're done with it. Right now, you want to be seen for the queen being that you are. So you're gonna put out all the stops. So I think that, yeah, you're gonna get what you're looking for, if not in just a very physical action way. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it without saying it. You know what I'm saying? All right, Renee, your turn. So for you, I'm getting Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, let's see if those come out again. All right, Nina, you shall be next. Yeah, bow chicka wow wow. No, I did not. Oh, well, she can say it all she wants. I'm not saying it. It's not my place. All I know is that she's looking for something else and she's going to pull out all the moves. He or she. I honestly don't know your gender, nor does it really matter to me. You're going to put out all the stops. All right, you want love. Yeah, I was celibate for over a year. I get it. Actually, I didn't mind being celibate. No. It was time to take care of me. All right, you want love? Let's see what love does. Yeah, of course you want true love, but you're going to find I think that the love that sticks for you is the insight I was getting was you're going to find an intellectual type. But I think the part of the worry on that is in the past when dealing with narcissistic or at least asshole intellectuals, they would talk to you, but you would feel dumb for talking to them. So why bother? Why put yourself in that situation? The one that's going to stick for you is intellectual, but they build you up. They hear you and see you for who you are. And that's pretty amazing. Okay. Renee. Let's see what is up. Sorry, I'm being a total goofball. I like it. Yeah. Thank you. Next. All right, so for you, Renee, I think this is for Renee. I think so. You need to actually ask for something to separate you from holding on to those ex, because again, you have that checklist. You have that checklist. What are these red flags that I need to look for? Sometimes what is a red flag for another person is actually a key character attribute to another person, and it's not a thing to break you down. It is simply, a more stoic character that you are putting on who has more no nonsense. So this person can still make you laugh, but they don't take anyone's crap, so it comes off as kind of abrasive, assertive, which is, again, that is not something that you need to worry about. That is what is coming home to you. So you need to put yourself out there more. All right, I know that you've been wounded, but you need to put yourself out there more. Trust that the counterpart in this doesn't have malintent just because they're a little rough around the edges. It's not anything other than a strong sense of self and stoicness. They're funny, but they don't play games. And I think that's going to be refreshing for you. It is going to be like a cat to catnip, I actually think. That's what came out for you. So I hope that made sense. Would anyone else like a personal projection, or are we going to call the reading? Nina. Okay, Nina. Unless you have a specific deck, I'm going with archetypes. You're welcome, Renee. All right, Elizabeth, you shall be next. There's one more in here for you. I love it. All right, Renee, this is for you, right? All righty. All right, Nina, okay. So unless you have a certain deck, I was pulled towards the archetype cards, and a lot of messages for you. Always Nina. Nina, it is truly always you. And I love you. Not to make it creepy, but I love you. Okay, so Messiah is serving, so you are a natural giver. It is not a sacrifice that you are doing. Oh, good night, Chelsea. So, you have always been a very giving person. Always to the point of just complete drain for you. That is not what you're doing right now. This is a constant. You've found your flow state where everything just continuously is flowing from you. And so right now, you're turning it into this, almost kind of business quality. You don't have the exact title of it yet, but you are making a name for yourself in that healing community, and you are standing out. People are starting to come to you. So with this, you're showing your divine nature, your divine force. You can be this incredible beauty, have incredible smarts, and be this spiritual Swiss Army knife. And that's a funny thought, but you are like this awesome trifecta, and you are just owning it. I love that you're owning it, because it was like you felt like you were too much of a power in the past, so you dulled down yourself. And you wanna know what? You kicked open the door right now. You're like, I'm here. I'm here. I am, I'm not gonna say that, but you know, I'm here. I am badass. Get used to it. So, okay. You are drawing in so much love and respect, so much reflection from the exterior. You are going to be this amazing light. So in this, just because you have all these gifts and talents that are coming to the surface doesn't mean that you can't learn from someone else. I get that you are not going to be taken advantage of anymore, but there's still people in this community who can co-teach with you, not to steal a light from you, not to say that you can't do something, but when you meet them, they have tools that you can learn and have it add to yours. So again, this is part of co-creation, feeding off each other and actually building up. This is going to be part of your soul team. This is all about finding your soulmates who are building you up and giving you that amazing abundance that you've always wanted. So I hope that that made sense, and I like that you're finally allowing yourself to be polished and standing out. Jack of all trades, master of none, better than master of one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you've told me that numerous times. So, would anyone else like a projection, or am I calling the reading? All is welcome. I'll be on tomorrow, and I'm actually coming on again after for the week projection, but I'm not doing personal pulls after. Not gonna do it, because I don't know, it seems kind of fruitless. Called. Okay. All right, you guys. I will see you tomorrow for the Tuesday reading. Find me on social platforms. Reach out on Zen Ed or the Badass Boot Camp. Find me in personal message, email. Send smoke signals for all I care, but reach out, and I'm so glad that you showed up. Thank you for showing up. I love you all very much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, have fun. Bye.